two-note chords, and
Yeah.
it just sounds beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you keep your fingers close to the strings and not so it's just kind of an economy of means, economy of motion. And I had this incredible virtuoso teacher named Ed Garcia, and Ed, he may have passed by now, but he was an incredible bassist, and from the very beginning I saw what was possible on the bass, literally saw, because he goes to see him play at school, and it was phenomenal. He was playing, all the Bottesini and Kusevitsky and all those, war horses for
Yes.
for solo bass. So I saw what was possible. I could have just done now I'm just
change of harmony there. It's just so.
Now in there, inside of all that, the implication of the form is there, the implication of the subdivision of the beat that I'm using is there. So you can that's the basic subdivision, but on top of that, so I'm keeping the form, but I'm just extrapolating that subdivision and pushing it around and over the bar line.
One of the pieces that that really struck me on Overpass is Love Theme from Spartacus and the use of chords, and I just think you sound so comfortable and, in all areas of the bass. I mean, I wonder if you could maybe talk a little bit about, do you practice like scales in that way, or is it just the way that you've been describing it? If you're preparing for Love Theme from Spartacus, how did you?
Well, I always was attracted to that melody,
Very beautiful.
And it's a bass, I'm not going to be able to give, a full the full harmony of the tune, but I can suggest enough of it that it can sound like a complete piece of music. So here, it starts on an A minor chord, but I use this as an introduction, which is kind of just an A minor 7, the G and the C over, and then
and the F sharp down to the
the
E
F
with
sharp.
your thumb.
Yeah, those are those passing tones. There's that
semitone kind of clash that it's just so beautiful. Yeah. That's the part. I mean, if we go right back to Dave Holland's Emerald Tears album, that was 77, I believe. And then, you know, were there any other...
That was an incredible record, and I remember even showing Bill Evans the album when
Really?
he came over to my pad one day, and I said, Bill, you got to hear this. So I put the side on because I wanted him to hear Solar from that, because he had played it and recorded it. And he dug it. But what was amazing to me was the sound that they got on that album. The sound is just incredible.
It's ECM.
Yeah, and I had it on a LP, you know, the vinyl, and I had a really good sound system at the time, and the sound just erupts off the table, off the turntable. It's really amazing. But the playing is outstanding, and just the idea that someone could produce a whole album of solo bass and at this level was just fascinating to me. So I think the idea for a project of that kind stayed in the back of my mind my whole career. Walking a bass line could incorporate that concept, you know. So you have your now you could probably